Moinsen, ist der Gabriel von NerdArea.de. Es geht weiter mit Mind, Path of Thalamus. Und ja, wir sind so gut wie am Ende. Ich habe ein bisschen gespickt, weil mir das Level echt zu hart ist. Aber es soll ja egal sein. Glaubt ihr ja auch was davon? Dass ich hier nicht lange rumrätseln muss oder irgendwas, sondern dass ihr seht, wie es funktioniert. So, ist jetzt hier hoch. Und ich hab's schon verkackt. Die Reihenfolge ist halt auch wichtig von diesen Teilen. Ach, das ist echt ordentlich durchdacht, das Game. War das jetzt hier mit den Steinen? Aber... Ach so, ach. Nochmal alles, nochmal von vorn. Ach. Der Typ, der das gemacht hat, ey, der hat das Level hier irgendwie in 6 Minuten oder so durchgehabt. Müsste halt sprinten können, das ist halt echt ein bisschen nervig. Habe ich das jetzt? Alter, wie habe ich denn da drüber geschnickt? So, jetzt regnet es, aber das heißt, ich muss das Ding trotzdem wieder aufheben. Und das ist ja erst ein Spiegel, ne? Ich muss das halt hier auch immer ein bisschen splitten jetzt, damit ich dann genau gucken kann, wie das gemacht hat, weil ich das ist echt verkacke. Aber es ist ja Wurst. So, jetzt geht der Kack hier los. So, jetzt muss ich das nämlich ordentlich erstmal regnen lassen. Seht ihr da hinten, damit es richtig hoch geht? Huhu, der erste Spiegel. So, der Spiegel hier unten, da bin ich mir nicht ganz sicher, ob das dann in der Mondphase sein muss. Auf jeden Fall hat er das dann einfach runtergeschmissen. Das habe ich mir nämlich noch einigermaßen gemerkt. Aber ich glaube, da mache ich schon wieder was falsch. Aber der hat die mitgenommen auf jeden Fall. ansonsten komme ich ja dort gar nicht rauf. Ich muss mal kurz gucken. Ohne Scheiß, das ist mega kompliziert immer, ey. Abgefahrener Kack. Und zwar... Die haut er da runter, damit sich das jetzt hier alles wieder aufbaut, ne? Das bedeutet nämlich auch, dass sich das hier aufbaut. Hier legt er jetzt die Kugel ab, der Typ. Damit das nämlich dann runterfällt und dann in dem Regenbereich ist, wenn ich jetzt nämlich hier rüberlaufe mit der Kugel. Darauf zu kommen ist halt abgefahren. Ich meine, ich habe auch schon viel hingekriegt, das Level davor ja auch. Aber trotzdem ist das heftig. So, jetzt machen wir erstmal wieder Nacht. Da hinten, das ist unser nächstes Opfer. Komm her, du kleine Synapse. Oh. Legen wir das hier schön ab. Jetzt müssen wir da wieder runterlatschen. Und ich war zu langsam. Du, du, du.
My father had gone into his own spiral of self-destruction after the disaster. He was more effective than me. I could have helped him. I didn't. I owed this to him as well.
So, jetzt müssen wir nochmal dahinter. Spannend, mal gucken, ob ich das Level an. Vom ersten Anlauf hinkriege, okay, nicht. Wie soll man das denn da hochschaffen? Alter, da werde ich ja ewig brauchen. Ich glaube, das probiere ich jetzt mal und stopp mal kurz und wenn ich oben bin, mache ich an. Bis gleich. Da guckt man andere Let's Plays und die sind falsch. Der hat zwar geschafft, hier drauf zu springen. Er hat es echt geschafft gehabt. Aber das ist nicht Sinn der Sache. Ja, da haben wir uns halt mal wieder beim Rumpel bedient. Der hat uns gezeigt, wie das geht. Na, guck gucken, ob wie das jetzt hier liegt. Das ist nämlich jetzt wieder so, dass es von der Architektur her cool ist. Ich glaube, hier muss ich jetzt durch. Kann sein, dass ich das ein, zwei Mal probieren muss. Aber auf jeden Fall nicht so, wie der andere Typ da angegeben hatte. So, jetzt kommen wir hier raus, genau. Tadam! Und wir nähern uns dem Ende. Never mind.
At last, it was done. I had only to get into the water, stretch my hand, and this is what happened.
Darunter. Okay. Ich weiß, dass hier sogar noch ein Endboss kommt. Da bin ich sehr gespannt darauf. Was das werden kann. Oh, das ist sie, oder?
Sophia! I waited for so long. I can't believe... I followed your drawings. They led me here. Oh, I know. Sophia? Is that you? Why, of course. But... your voice... Oh. You don't remember my voice. And yours was the only one at hand, so I took it for myself. Has it really been so long? Do you even remember my face?
Okay.
That's not... I've thought about you every day since you died. Every day! Have you? Are you sure? Oh yes, we remember, don't we? Your obsession. It was always me. But wasn't really. The only thing you remember about me is my death. That is your obsession, not me. You dedicated your whole life to my death, and you led your own little Sophia to the same fate.
Okay.
No. I've been waiting my whole life for this. To see you again. To ask you, can you forgive me? I wish that I could, but I don't. And I can't, because I'm dead. And I've been for a long time, brother. Dead people can't forgive. I thought you learned that lesson when God didn't show up for your personal revelation party in the clouds. No, I'm just a memory, your pale imitation of Sophia. I'm not the one to forgive you. Turn around.
Hab Angst.
Oh, well, hello there. So you mustered up the courage to look at yourself in the mirror. The kid was right, you know. She couldn't help you be forgiven. She was a fantasy in your head. I'm also in your head, but I'm no fantasy. This little journey you've been on, this path to enlightenment, it's been fun, but what's the point exactly? How desperate are you to hide from the truth that you conjured up this ridiculously fantastical quest for purpose? You made this up. So, why not just go to the goddamn tree? You fancied up this journey so much that the whole point of it escaped you. Which, I will give you, is quite an accomplishment, considering it was you who decided to imbue purpose to any of this. So, let's go. Throw something together for an ultimate epic battle. You know you want to. Pathetic.
Okay. Was kommt jetzt auf uns zu?
If you aren't going to exercise some self-examination willingly, let me do the honors. You have delayed it long enough. All of that bullshit insight into your mind and the universe? Honestly, what were you thinking? Oh, I know what you're thinking right now. That this is another lesson. Another opportunity for redemption. Oh well. I guess that makes me the perfect antagonist, doesn't it? Your last obstacle in this suspiciously tightly designed narrative. Okay then, I'll play along. So do it. Focus. Fight me and find forgiveness. Go on, contrive a big, epic battle against your nemesis, the ultimate challenge.
Okay. So, here we go.
Didn't you ask yourself why there was always a way to go on? No obstacle that couldn't be surmounted? No brain teaser without an answer? Reality doesn't work that way. You rigged it. And why wouldn't you? It was just a playground of your own making.
Ja, das schaffe ich grad gar nicht.
Remember the portals? Big, rocky fixtures on the environment? Until you needed them in an emergency. And then they appeared out of nowhere. Isn't that lucky?
A bit. So.
Back to strolling around on your neurons, huh? Good. There's a lot of free space here, isn't there? Look out for those evil balls of death! They are quite deadly, you know. Or whatever passes for death in here at any rate.
Wieder reingesprungen. Ey, was mache ich denn?
What do they even mean? They look like, well, just evil balls of death. There's just no other way of putting it. I mean, it's not a terribly elaborate metaphor. Did you just run out of ideas?
Nein! Ach, Mann. So, komm. Ich dachte, ich schaff das. Meine Fresse. Also, mal unter wir gucken. Warten.
Oh, perfect. That's it. Trap me with your neurons. Isn't that poetic? I think. And how about that colossal metaphor for your daddy issues? What, you needed to face something before the great revelation, so you pulled that nonsense out of a hat? Wasn't it just masterful symbolism, by the way? An authoritarian parent you never faced in life turned into a gargantuan effigy looking to stomp you. Truly masterful. You should dabble in symbology or myth-making. I'm sure that pays better in the end. Let's take a trip down memory lane, irony, and let's remember how all this started. Who prevented you from going into the red light? Was it fate? Or maybe her? Of course not. It was you! It was you all along. You didn't want to choose, so you let your subconscious decide. And look how well that turned out.
So, jetzt. Oh, hier guckt man. Ui, ui, ui.
Did you know caves mostly consist of dead ends?
Nein!
Of course you do. That's why I know. So, how is it that your cave had a single path from the entrance to the
Na gut,
exit?
kein Problem, ich darf machen.
You bad, bad boy.
Selber Bad Boy.
Those portals of yours always led you to wherever you needed to go. The plot thickens.
Bingo!
Oh, I insist. Ensnare us some more. This will get tricky if you don't.
So, ist das nur, es regnet?
Oh, do cheer up. Your utter failure in life has not been in vain, you know? As an authority on yourself, I can assure you of that. We have learned some hard truths along the way. Do you want to hear some of them? I dare you to try and throw that spear away. Go on, give it a try. Come on, you know you can. You know what happens next. They always come back. Doesn't make much sense, does it? But of course, without it, you can't go on. So a new one must spring out of nowhere.
Okay.
How clever. Come on, defeat me. Vanquish your enemy. Give it your best shot. Take all those silly little jigsaw puzzle pieces and... Well, what, exactly? Isn't all this a bit pointless? Well, in the end, you would know better. You're mine, after all. I love this. Nobody is after you, but you keep pressing forward, so step on the gas. You could dream up 1,000 ways to lose your mind, and you created me. It's easier this way.
Was ist jetzt nur mit der Tür?
You don't remember her face, her voice. That much we've established. Wasn't that a shocking revelation? But her hair. Oh, how much you loathe that you love reminiscing about those golden
Was ist hier los?
strands of
Ich
hers.
bring mich jetzt um. So. Da ist es nämlich liegen geblieben und das war scheiße. Ah, das sollte ich also packen. Glaube ich zumindest. Yay.
And now we arrive to the base of the tree. Tell me, what exactly do you expect to find in its roots?
Ich habe keine Ahnung.
This whole area is gonna get wet fast. You don't want to drown as well, do you?
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that's a family tradition.
Wow. Was ein Penner.
All right, come on, let's go. Yes, towards those columns in the back. Why else put them there, if not to guide the way? Oh, wait, remember the flooding? Don't worry, it's not happening. It was just to move you along. I was getting a bit bored. You've thought about it before. I'm your...
Bang!
You sank so low you wasted away for years, depressed, useless. Then you traded that for some kind of atonement, and for what? Your obsession left you right back to where you started, with her golden glow dimmed at the bottom of the ocean. Fighting against it only led you to recreate the disaster. You know it in your heart. If you go back, you will fuck it all up again. How many times will you kill her?
Penner.
You live for your sick longing of her. That's who you are. There's no going back. Not anymore. Indolence and indecision ate away at you once. Let it happen again. Give in. Well, you could kill me. This is your fantasy land after all. This is your design. But is that what you want?
Oh.
And how about that colossal metaphor for your daddy issues? What, you needed to face something before the great revelation, so you pulled that nonsense out of a hat? Wasn't it just masterful symbolism, by the way? An authoritarian parent you never faced in life turned into a gargantuan effigy looking to stomp you. Truly masterful. You should dabble in symbology or myth-making. I'm sure that pays better in the end. Fighting against it only led you to recreate. How many times will you kill her? You live for your sick longing of her. That's who you are. There's no going back. Not anymore. Indolence. This ends whenever you want to. But why? You need me. You need me to tell you these truths. The truth about yourself. You are not worth a second chance.
Okay.
How many times will you kill her?
War's das?
You cannot trim a lily, give it a red coat of paint and lovely fragrance, and call it a rose. I wasted my life trying to fix her death, and used my own daughter for that purpose. Named her after my dead sister, for God's sake. That's how to screw up your child 101. As you might have already guessed, I got a pretty serious head contusion back there. Damaged my thalamus, the part of the brain that regulates consciousness.
Mhm.
But I found my way back. Though when I woke up, everything felt so alien to me. Especially those goddamn smartphones. No offense, people of the future world. I got used to it in the end. The minute I was back on my feet, I got on the road, and for the first time ever in my life, I have no big plans. I'm just living, just like John Lennon said, though I may be paraphrasing. I almost feel as though I haven't been comatose for a decade. Almost. I did learn, though, that Sophia had followed in her own family's muddy footsteps. She never settled. She's chasing her own storms. Strangely, I don't feel like I'm in a hurry to get to my new objective. Not this time. I don't know if she'll forgive me, but I know now that's not really the point. I have to find Sophia and let her know that she can't drown in obsession too. I think it's time I finally told her about her grandfather, and myself, but not my sister. I'm done with that. No more divine concerns. No more identity crisis. I found my way back to my own self, and I have to tell her how I did it. I have to tell her about my path to Thalamus.
Sehr cool. Ja. Sehr schöne Sache. Wir haben das Spiel durch. Es war mir eine Ehre und eine Freude, diesen Pass mit euch zu begehen. Lasst uns ein Like da, einen Kommentar. Ideen für andere Spiele, egal was, meldet euch. Bis bald. Ciao.